Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa. So today I kind of am coming up with a little different video for you. So I've seen a couple people do like their most expensive makeup or their most luxurious makeup or their high-end luxury makeup and seeing if it's worth it. Now, I personally am not gonna go out and buy La Mer or Chantecaille or Dior or anything like that, but I do have some pretty, I would say, YouTube expensive luxury makeup. Some of them I have had for years and I love and I use a lot on my channel. Other ones I have picked up through different rewards or maybe BoxyCharm, and I'm realizing that some people rave about these products and they totally think they're worth it. So today I'm just kind of going through my more higher end luxury makeup and kind of seeing like, is it worth it? You know, is it worth it? Let me work it. So if that is something that interests you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's just get into the video. Let me just zoom you in just like a little bit. That's close, but here we go. All right, so first up, I already prepped my skin. I use the Counter Plus Vitamin C. Right there she is. And I did use the Soft Cream Counter Time Lotion. So now, my most expensive priming situation is something that I just picked up recently. If you saw my last video, I used it in that one, I'm pretty sure. This is the Lilah Be a Glow Priming Oil. Now this is a whopping $68. So, whew. I actually acquired this because I had rewards with my CURATEUR. And I do have to say it feels a lot like skincare, but I do worry that it's going to break apart some of my foundations. If you watch, I think it's Alana on YouTube, she noticed that it was breaking apart some of her foundation. So you have to be particular with this foundation. And I do not recommend this if you are oily, I don't think. I don't know. I mean, I'd be very curious to hear how someone does with that. Next, I'm going to go in with my Hollywood Flawless Filter. Now, this is something that I have wanted for a really long time. This is $44. So one thing about makeup that we always have to remember is, yes, you could probably find a dupe somewhere else, but you are paying for the brand, you are paying for that feeling, that luxurious feeling that you get when you open this. A lot of the time, the packaging is just very pretty. It sits so nicely on your counter. I am definitely a huge fan of Charlotte Tilbury. I did a whole kind of like review of their mystery box and I don't regret getting that at all. Like, I love all of the product. Well, not all of the products, but a lot of the products that I got from that. So you really have to be kind of like in love with the brand too. And Charlotte Tilbury is just one of those brands that I think her products are worth it. Next product that we have is the foundation. Now I feel like this is a very loved, talked about foundation, and that is the Luminous Silk Foundation by Giorgio Armani. This is my first bottle and I actually just purchased another bottle, but I finally took the cap off to get more out. And how much is this? $64. Why can't that be sturdier? This little straw thing just fell right off. Why did that do that? That's annoying. But I was about to say, you best believe I am gonna open this up and get every single drop out of this, because that's just how I do. I feel like that is plenty of foundation, but yeah, I mean, wow, there's a lot still in there. This is one of those foundations that I feel like for a while, like everyone and their mother was wearing this. It's just one of those foundations that are really nice. It's not too full coverage. It's just like that perfect medium. Ooh, luminous. Yeah, this is just getting messy now. There's actually a ton of product still left in that bottle, but it won't pump up. That's really annoying. For $64, you would think their packaging would be like perfect by now. I've seen many reviews of this foundation online, and I have personally met a lot of makeup artists in the industry, like at photo shoots and stuff, that use this all the time, and they just swear by it because it just looks like your skin, but obviously way better. It covers up all redness, darkness, without it looking cakey. You know, this is not a Too Faced like Born This Way, and it's not like totally full coverage, so it's kind of perfect for bridal. So I do keep this color in my kit as well. So this is definitely a medium coverage foundation, which I think is really pretty. All right, so next we have, like, I feel like most of my concealers that I use are not on the cheap end. Like the Beautycounter one is $32, so that's definitely still high end, but this one is a little more expensive, and it is $36. So this was something that I purchased quite a while ago. I have to say I'm a little worried that it might not work. This was kind of before I really got into clean beauty, and I kind of stopped using some of these products. But this is the Secret Camouflage Concealer, and this is in number 2. And I was told when I bought this at Sephora, how many years ago, I don't even know, that you should use your finger with this, because the oils actually, the natural oils of your fingers, it's very nice and it's very buildable. And I remember, okay, I'm remembering why they gave me this. It was when I was suffering from acne really bad. So I would have like a new zit every day in my chin area, and this does do a really nice job of covering up redness. But then Tarte Shape Tape came out, and we all just like forgot about every other concealer, I feel like. I don't know if that was just me, but I'm also just gonna go in with my sponge, my beauty sponge, and kind of blend that in a little bit more. And I remember, I think the pink side was for correcting. So that was another reason why they recommended this to me, is because this gets rid of redness. So I luckily don't have as much issue with zits anymore, which I'm very happy about. I don't know if it's chalk it up to the products that I'm using or the age that I'm at. I definitely love my skincare products right now. And honestly, if I get a zit, they're literally gone within a day. If I put the Counter Time serum on it, it's like, boom, they're gone. It's pretty amazing. So, all right, so that's what we got right now. Next, I'm going to use my beloved Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Now, I use this so much that I don't even think about this as like luxury or whatever, because I mean, it is expensive, don't get me wrong. Like, this is $46, but it is not like overly priced like Laura Mercier, or not Laura Mercier, La Mer. I think La Mer is, I think it's overpriced. I mean, maybe I'm not the popular opinion on that, but I don't know. This powder is my favorite powder. Like, if I'm not using this, I may be using like my Beautycounter one, which is a little bit like whiter. So if you want that really like brightening effect, that one gives it to me. But honestly, this one doesn't give you any color. It's just very hydrating under the eyes, but yet sets all your makeup and gets rid of shine. And it's just that perfect powder. I really just can't get enough of this powder. Okay, next I'm going to use the P. Louise Base Pro. And this is this in a color? This is in Rumor 2. I don't know why the associate convinced me to get this big of a product. Like, I mean, you need the tiniest amount. I'm an idiot. I feel like sometimes I am such an easy sell. Like, oh yeah, of course, I need more. And it's like, no, actually the smaller one would have been just fine. And I'm gonna just use my fingers. This product is so tacky. I love this. This is just a side note. If you are looking for a really nice primer, I recommend that one. Okay, now I am gonna go in with one more powder to see if this works better. Usually when I do this little method, I usually use my Beautycounter powder, so I'm going to do that today. So I'm just kind of straying from the actual video just because I want a certain eye look. And I'm just gonna stamp on like that. It looks so funny, but this is gonna help give me a cat eye effect. Okay, so the next product that I have not used that I think is just crazy expensive is this VISEART palette. So these are worth $80 and you get 12 shades. That's it, 12 shades for $80. I personally have never spent that much money on eyeshadows. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, maybe when I bought MAC individuals, did I spend that much? But like a palette, but like the point of getting a palette is so that you get like 10, 12, 20 shades for $50 or whatever. So I don't know. So this, it's so interesting because like this new generation of YouTubers are raving about this and they're saying it's totally worth it and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm totally sleeping on this. I did not purchase this for $80. I actually, luckily, got this in a BoxyCharm. So I personally only spent $25 on this and I got 4 other products, but we'll talk about BoxyCharm another time. I did end up canceling it because I was just getting way too many products and I felt like overwhelmed. So, but this is like one of those perks, right? So I am gonna go in and do just a cute little cat eye. So I am gonna first just kind of prep the whole eyelid with this beautiful color here. These have names? No, I don't think they do. And I'm excited to see what all the fuss is about. Now, I am definitely a lover of eyeshadow palettes. I think they are the best bang for your buck. You get the most eyeshadows. I love the Beautycounter ones, but they have been discontinued. I use a lot of those on my brides too. The one that I personally just purchased was the Lawless one, and I'm really, really digging that one. I'm a little bummed that there's no mirror. I mean, it's like really nice for a makeup artist because you can just see it, but for somebody that's personally gonna buy this, I don't know, it's kind of like, what? I don't get a mirror? Hey? I have to say these are very creamy. I love digging into a new palette. It's like my favorite thing to do. I'm gonna keep going in with that brown. And it's so pretty and very, very pigmented and beautiful and buildable. I'm just taking these 2 browns right here, kind of just like dipping them back and forth. And I am using a natural hair brush that just kind of gives you a nice sheer wash of color. Nothing too dense, you know what I mean? We're blending, we're blending. Okay, wow, these colors are really nice. Oh, I thought I was for sure just gonna be like, no, this is not worth it. But now that I'm going and really blending these out, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe this is worth it, but $80 though. Now I'm just taking, I took this dark brown and I did that wing. And then now I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna layer on top that, but I'm gonna keep it more into the lash line with this brush, and I'm using a Morphe 506. Sorry, I'm really bad at telling you guys what brushes I'm using. I'm gonna take an even smaller brush and blend this out. Okay, next I'm gonna just go back into this color and just, I'm not even putting anything more in it, and I'm just gonna keep blending, just keep blending. I haven't used this gray color yet. I'm gonna use that one. Next, I am going to brush off that powder. I'm going to go in with my eyeliner and just do a really thin line. On you, this priming oil, I just don't think I would recommend it. I don't know what it works with. It must just work with their foundation, because I think their foundation is one of those like pot foundations, but most foundation that people use are liquid. So I don't think it's kind of like water and oil, kind of like they don't mix. Cause like, I bet the number one ingredient on the Armani foundation is water, and this is oil. So yeah, I honestly, unless you have a very certain type of foundation, like if you're gonna buy the Lilah, sorry, I'm just going off on a tangent right now as I'm doing my eyeliner, but I'm just seeing that my foundation is breaking up like around my cheeks, and there's definitely redness coming through, and I know it's not that foundation. Next, I'm gonna just go in with this brush that I was using before, and I'm gonna go in with a few of these colors on this palette and go underneath my eyes. I'm gonna go back in with a tiny bit more of this Laura Mercier and just kind of go over the spots that were breaking up a little bit. I love the way that this feels when I put it on my skin, but I just wouldn't recommend it, I don't think, because so many, unless you're going to get the Lilah B foundation, I just don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna just put a little bit of powder on my nose here. Next, I'm going to go in with my beloved Charlotte Tilbury Bronze Star Film and Glow. That's not it. Film Star Bronze and Glow. Film Star Bronze and Glow. Sorry, I could not get that. I'm gonna just take this down my nose and then around the U and see if that does anything. Now I'm gonna wipe away all this powder on my nose. Do I have a snatch nose? I don't know. This is a whopping $68, but this is worth every penny. I have to say, am I being a little dramatic? Maybe, but honestly, I just love this color. Obviously, you can tell it's very loved, and I do have another backup of these from the Charlotte Tilbury box that I got last year. I got a mystery box, and I got it in that. So pretty. I just love this bronzer. It's just the best. I feel like a few years ago, everyone was talking about this, and I just had to have it. And I don't regret it. I don't. Okay, sorry, my camera died, but I did just want to say that my favorite highlighter to recommend to people and it is expensive, but I think it's worth it, is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I feel like people have been talking about this for years, and it's just because it's that good. The reason why I like this so much is because I do have some texture on my cheeks, and I feel like it just doesn't bring attention to it. It's that perfect glow from within, and I love using this on bridal and just people in the wedding party. Like, it's just so pretty, and it's just that perfect glow, but not glittery, because glitter will just make you look oily sometimes. It looks chunky. I'm not a big fan of glittery type of highlights, but this highlight, anybody can wear, like at all ages too, which is why I love it so much. Next, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty mascara. Now, I don't know how much this cost. This is just what I have. This is the weirdest mascara one I've ever used. I really, really like the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I'm feeling too lazy, and I'm pretty sure it's in my purse and I don't want to get it. But this might be a no for me. Like, what is up with this brush? Like, it's just not user friendly. Why is it flat like that? That was such a struggle. I do not recommend that mascara. I think I'm gonna return that. That was really, really annoying. Did not enjoy that. Yeah. Next, I'm going to use none other than Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. That comes to no surprise to anyone who's ever watched any of my videos. I am obsessed with this stuff. Okay, that is the lip liner. Honestly, I think so many people will just go in with a lip liner, but since I have you all here, I'm gonna go in with my expensive lipstick that I have not even opened yet, and that is the Peep Show by Pat McGrath. Now, this packaging is just so extra, and it just pops open like this, and look at how cute this packaging is. Is that not the most adorable? I got mine for 50% off, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is the color right here of Peep Show. This is currently sold out. And I know why, because it is a perfect shade. Oh, I love the shade. Holy cow. Ooh, it's nice and it's like not too matte. That matches really, really well, actually. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, and then should I do lashes? I was gonna do these iconic light lashes. Oh, they're just so much extra work, and I'm not going anywhere, so I don't really wanna use them, but it's like what everyone uses, right? Really, really love the way that this eyeshadow looks though. Is it $80 worth? I don't know, but it is really pretty. Okay, oh, the last thing that I have is my Lilah Be a Glow Face Mist. I love this stuff, and I am kicking myself that I did not purchase it when Lilah B had 30% off. They had 30% off their website, and I was like, no, I don't need it. It's fine. I'll just use my other setting sprays. Like, I have this Morphe one that I need to use up. But I have quickly fallen in love with this, and this does not break apart. So this, if you can find a foundation that you love that's gonna work with this, please let me know, because I wanna know what it is. And I'm definitely gonna keep trying that priming oil with other foundations, but this is just the prettiest. So let's see how this goes on, because I did fix that to the best of my ability. Like, my nose is still kind of splotchy, but all right, let's put this on. And again, the smell is just out of this world. It's so nice. You can tell she uses like really, really amazing ingredients. All right, so that is the finished look. I really, really like the way this looks, except for the fact that oil and water do not mix. So the thing about this Lilah B facial priming oil is that it probably needs to be paired with a pot foundation, a cream foundation, or I would just skip it because, you know, most foundations are gonna have water in the very first ingredient. So that is something to keep in mind. Also, it is extremely expensive. So you would think that it would go with a lot of other things, but I don't know. I mean, the oils are fantastic. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you splurge on that? I mean, what are the things that we splurge on? Like, everybody is different. We all rationalize sometimes certain makeup products that we buy, or shirts, or, you know, outfits. And most of the time, you just got to chop it up to, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel fancy, you know, whatever it is, you do you. And I totally support that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.